Terrific play, terrific effort by a man who's becoming a star of this Brazilian side, Ricardinho. Very unlucky not to score just the width of the post, and I think Hua Chu-ju was beaten in the Chinese goal.
Coming on in his place, number 7, Jefferson Gonzalez.
So Ricardinho is going to take a breather. The other star attacker, Jefinho, coming back on for the Brazilian side. As the coach Ramon Pereira de Souza rotates his attackers.
Each team is permitted to take a 1-minute timeout per half, and People's Republic of China have elected to use theirs.
So Junji Dong, the Chinese coach, and Ramon Pereira de Souza, just a chance to reassess, have a chat with their team, make sure communication is of the max. Heading into the last 4 minutes, 0-0 in this Group B encounter, final group game for both teams. This player Jefinho was close early on in the game. Made his name 4 years ago, of course, in Beijing. Had a cracking game against Turkey in the last match. Ricardinho, some fabulous skills on offer for the man who hit the post just a few minutes ago. Good effort, China immediately on the attack. Zhubin Wang. Well, just incredible play from Jefinho. Not for the first time. He's delighted his coach and the rest of the Brazilian support on the sidelines. Quite remarkable what this man can do from time to time. And you can see what it means to the Brazilian squad against a hotly fancied Chinese side. Incredible ball skills. On the outside of that right boot, flying the ball past Hua Chu-ju in the Chinese goal. 1-0 to Brazil as we head towards the halftime break. It's Gabriel da Silva, who is being asked to step to the sidelines, while I'm not entirely sure if it's his hair or his blindfold that is sorted out. The referee's very keen to make sure that all players have the same visual impairment in this game to level the playing field. I think his ponytail needed a bit of attention as well, and he's back on the field of play. David Bryant is refereeing this, the British referee. Hermino Lubrano of Argentina and Rafael Gonzalez of Mexico, his two assistants. Gledson, the man who cleared his lines for Brazil. Casio Reyes. Yafeng Wang getting involved for the Chinese side. Xiaokang Li, number 5. Skipper of this Chinese side. Good run by Yafeng Wang, ball just running away from him at the end for a Brazilian gold kick. China will want to get back on the score sheet as quickly as possible, preferably for them, like any team, before half-time to go into the half-time break. Even Stevens. Casio Reyes being helped by De Silva. Closed down by Zheng. Rarely seems to be stressed or troubled in defence, Casio Reyes. Got an imperious nature about his play when he comes out with the ball. Generally finds his man. Generally Jafinho or Ricardinho, or in the previous game, Nonato as well, Raimundo Alves. Mendes Nonato, who's another elusive player for the Brazilian side. Xubing Wang for China. It's a good run. Well, Fabio, the goalkeeper, having a bit of a problem. Clock is stopped at 23:45, just over a minute to go in the first half. Let's have a look. Took a bit of a nasty knee from Zhao Qiang. I beg your pardon, Xubing Wang to the face. Injury is not uncommon, of course, in this event. Certainly in previous match in Group A, we saw more than one player having to go off from a bash of the heads, which is entirely normal, of course, if you're playing at pace and you can't see exactly where you're going. Certainly David Clark, the Great Britain captain, has been in the wars quite a few times, having to go off for various blood-related issues to the head. Can get a little bit gruesome. Fabio has the timeout to recover from that bash to the ankle and the knee to his head as well. Let's take a look at these Jafinho skills again. Wenfa Zheng, Jafinho, superb players with great ball control. Ricardinho not bad either. So just over a minute to go until the half-time break, as Brazil at the moment sit atop Group B and looking good to go through to the semi-finals. Interesting observers will be the French team, of course, who play against Turkey later on, because a Brazilian win may well suit them nicely. They'll know exactly what they have to do to go through to the semi-finals. They know they've got to beat Turkey to progress, but if this result stays the same, then a win would be enough for the French side against a Turkey team who've conceded 8 goals so far. Conceded a few penalty kicks as well. Zhuqiang Li for China with that run as we head towards in the last few seconds. Just time for the corner and not much more effectively. Referee David Bryant bringing conclusions to a halt for now. This is the man who's given Brazil that decisive lead with a cracking goal, one of the best we've seen so far in this tournament. Jefferson Conceição Gonçalves, better known as Jefinho. China plenty to think about in the second half if they're going to come back into this game and, of course, get back into contention for a place in the semi-finals of the five-a-side football. We'll come back and talk to you in 10 minutes' time.
Hold on to the handrail as you go down the stairs. Also, make sure you use both sides of the staircase and please listen out to it.
So we're back underway in the second half of this Group B decider between Brazil and China. Both teams so far unbeaten, and so far Brazil, as you can see, in the ascendancy after that terrific Jefinho goal in the 21st minute of the first half, putting Brazil at the moment top of Group B. China with it all to do. Well, very nearly an unfortunate encounter in the Brazilian defense. De Silva and Cássio Reis getting a talking to from Fabio. Brazil currently, as things stand, on 7 points at the top of Group B. China would end on 4 points as things stand, and that means that if France beats Turkey, which is highly likely given the way that Turkey have been playing so far, and certainly France, then France would go second in the table on 5 points, and that would mean China, beaten finalists last time, would be out unless they get something out of this game against Brazil. Another amazing run by the elusive Ricardinho, Brazilian number 10. Played 4 years ago, of course, in China. Knows all about these opponents. Zubin Wang coming forward for the Chinese team. Wang again, the man leading the line for China. Desperate to get back to level terms with Brazil. One of the problems, of course, in playing against a team as good as this is that it's very hard to actually get hold of the ball when the likes of Jofinho and Ricardinho and Cássio Reis get the ball. They tend to keep it a long time. All of them elusive runners. Muscle provided by this fella. Who's going well, Gabriel da Silva. Terrific run. Played in the last 2 gold medal winning sides for Brazil. And that's the closest the Chinese side have come to getting back into this game. Wang Zuban. Certainly China stepping it up in the second half. Yafeng Wang with this run down the wing. He's got Casio Reyes with him, who's going to come away with the ball. Looking for Ricardinho. Good play, good use of the wall by Zheng. He's got two walls to contend with there, the one on the sidelines and Gabriel da Silva. Nice crowd starting to build up at the Riverbank Arena. Crowds have been coming from very early every day. Certainly when I came in this morning, trains were packed for the early events. Ricardinho taking a tumble. Got to say there's a fair bit of noise as well, considering the crowd are not allowed to make any noise at all. All you're hearing is coming from the players and the coaching staff. Here comes the goal scorer.
Substitution for Brazil, leaving the field, number 10, Ricardo Alves. On in his place, number 7, Jefferson Gonzalez.
So Ricardinho will take another breather. Expect to see him a little bit later on. Looking to catch the Brazilian defense unawares. Hua Qiuzhu in the Chinese goal. Zubin Wang taking a bit of a knock there. Jafinha is going to try and go through a lot of them. He's done it before. Quite amazing skills on display from this man. Unerring ability to know where the ball is at any time at all, and to know where the goal is as well, even more remarkably. Jafinha, scorer of 1 goal so far today, looking for plenty more. But China know they need to get back into contention. This is a terrific run. Zubin Wang, one of their potent players. Anything Jofinho can do, he reckons he can do just as well. This is terrific. Inches away from giving Fabio a real problem. Da Silva, as ever, in the mix in the Brazilian defence. Yafeng Wang for China, Casio Reyes chasing him. This is terrific stuff by Yafeng Wang. Gabriel Da Silva. He's looking for the ball, he doesn't care what's in front of him, be it a wall or a man. Jofinho again. Bit of a bashful Xiaoqiang Li there in getting his body in between Jofinho and the goal. He's a tough man, being looked over carefully by the referee, David Bryant. Somewhat winded, but okay. Fabio looking for the long ball to Jofinho again. It's terrific to watch the way he just skips to one side, senses who's near him, comes back inside, goes on these lovely arcing loops when he gets the chance, which led to that first goal in the late in the first half. Bit of a dogfight in the middle, but Gledson, who's been quiet in this game, effective at the back, will feed his star player. Well, you've got to say that is magnificent play from Jofinho. The goals he scored as well, and it's not just in this Paralympics, come from that minimal backlift. He knows the ball is close to his foot, whips it through very quickly, as a lot of players do in this form of five-a-side football. More chance of getting hold of the ball when you can't see it, less chance of an air shot. But when he catches it, as you saw there, it can really fly.
Brazil have elected to take their timeout.
So chance for Ramon Pereira de Sousa to have a word with the likes of Gabriel Silva and Gledson and Casio Reyes and Jofinho. Ricardinho as well, we expect to see more of later in the game. Jun Zidong on the Chinese bench has got a lot of talking to do to get his side back into contention. This is Casio Reyes going close. And this is the one of the better chances for the Chinese side. Zubin Wang with that Chinese chance that really deserved a goal after a terrific run. This is Ling Zhang who's going to come onto the field of play. Likewise, Brazil making their own choice.
Just a gentle reminder to supporters, please, while the ball is in play, please absolute silence from the stands. Substitution during the timeout for People's Republic of China, leaving the field number 11, Wang Yafeng, and in his place number 8, Zhang Lijing. And for Brazil, leaving the field number 4, Edson Barros, or in his place number 6, Marcos Felipe.
So Marquinhos on for Brazil at the heart of the Brazilian defence. So China to build from the back in their efforts to get back on parity with Brazil in this game. They know a defeat is going to put them out if France win their next game, which is coming up against Turkey. Marquinhos with a good run, storming run from the back. There's a round of applause for Marquinhos. Marquinhos and Jofinho confronted by the massed ranks of the Chinese defense. Still Marquinhos comes through with the ball. Chance for Zhu to set his team off on the offensive again, looking for that long ball. He's done that before. Wang Fazheng very nearly getting lucky. Terrific play by China. No wonder coach is looking frustrated. He knew that move deserved a goal. Wang Fazheng increasingly influential in this Chinese side. Number 10 in the center circle. Fabio straight to Jofinho. One of those lovely arcing runs from the Brazilian. Still plenty of time on the clock for China to get back into this game.
Substitution for People's Republic of China, leaving the field number 8, Zhang Lijing. On his place number 11, Wang Yafeng.
So Wang Yafeng coming back on, try and stir things up in the Chinese attack. Marquinhos getting stuck in on Zubin Wang. China 0-1 goal is going to change this game and also change what goes on in the group. Could have a scenario where the organising committee comes into play to draw lots to decide who comes first, second and third. If this game is 1-1 and France win the next game against Turkey 5-0, that's where the organising committee will come into play. Brazil know if they hang on to this 1-0 lead, they're group winners. China needing 2, of course, to win the group. Both teams having identical points and goal difference coming into this game, both putting 4 past Turkey, both drawing 0-0 with France. Xiaoquang Li conceding the corner, the Chinese captain, number 5. Wang Fajiang for China looking for an opening. Hotly pursued by Casio Reyes, Marquinhos, Gabriel de Silva. Chased down and outnumbered. That's going to go for a corner. Yafeng Wang, Wen Fajiang to try and conjure something from this corner with 6 minutes on the clock.
Substitution for Brazil, leaving the field number 7, Jefferson Gonzalez. On in his place number 10, Ricardo Alves.
It's been a pattern all the way through this game from Ramon Pereira de Souza rotating his 2 star men. Ricardinho coming on for Giafinho. Time ebbing down for this Chinese side. They really want to be masters of their own destiny. What they don't want is to have to defend on a surprise result in the next game between France and Turkey, because a France win against Turkey, if things stay the same as they are here, will put China out. France and Brazil through. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that Turkey could beat France. Zubin Wang with their best ever of the second half so far. Fabio always alert in the Brazilian goal. Fabulous run, fabulous shot. But the odds are against a Turkey victory against France, given that Turkey have conceded 8 goals so far and scored none. Zheng to Wang Zubin. Cássio Reis using his body well to shield that ball. Gabriel Silva backing up behind him. This is Marquinhos. Likes to amble forward if he can get a bit of momentum going. Zheng doing well for China. They need to get the ball back into the Brazilian half. Time ebbing away. Not only one of the issues for China getting hold of the ball and keeping it with the likes of Ricardinho and Cássio Reis and Jefinho, so good at keeping possession. Also got to be said that this Brazilian side puts the hard yards in. Gabriel da Silva loves getting stuck in the back, so does Marquinhos, so does Gledson. They're as combative in defence as they are potent in attack. Good effort by da Silva. So as things stand, if this result stays the way it looks like it may, as Yafeng Wang had something to say about that, it would be Brazil, top of the table on 7 points. China, second currently on 4 points, but game's done for China, 1 game to come. France playing against Turkey. France are on 2 points. A win for France will put them through in second place, and China would not make the semi-finals. Ricardinho taking a tumble. Final chance for China to attack. Zubin Wang. That's it, it's all over. It's a Brazilian win. It's a hard-fought win as well. They go through as group winners of Group B. Jefinho, the man with the goal. Look at the delight of the players into the semi-finals with a great chance of defending their Paralympic gold medal as well. China, well, they gave it their all, and they're not out yet. They have to depend on what happens in the next game, but they know that it's going to be a decent French side against a Turkish team that has so far underperformed in this tournament.
So here's how the table looks.